Hey, good morning. It's time to get ready for Tad's Sassy Sicilian sauce. And as you can see here, I am not pussyfooting around with the garlic. I'm going to use some meat, make this a meat sauce, and I'm going to use up some of my savory Salisbury steaks. You know, I made so much, I've got extra meat. So it's time to get it on. Time to add 1 onion. And look at this, a whole garlic flower. Nice. And then here's my meat. I got about 1 pound. You could also make some excellent meatballs out of these savory Salisbury steaks that are 50-50. Got 50% lamb, 50% sausage, so pork sausage. I was out of moose meat. Red peppers are raring to go. They're all diced and sliced. Now just get in some real Italian. Got a zucchini, yellow zucchinis, or yellow squash. Gotta cut that up next. Looking good. All chopped up. So it's really early this morning and I've got to get my butt to work. So I am going to use the crock pot today. And I'll add these in after I add my sauce into the meat. I'm just going to be cooking up my garlic, bell peppers, and onions, and sauteing those with the meat here. I gotta get going on this. Got my garlic in there infusing with the olive oil. And like I said in my comedy video, that is how the Italians really made their sauce before they came out with tomato sauce, and that was like before 1692. And they would put it over macaroni. Onions are looking a little caramelized, so it's time to add the meat. Like I was saying, olive oil and garlic go all the way back to the Roman Empire, and that's what they would put on their pasta. No one really knows who invented pasta, but somewhere on the Mediterranean it was born. Somewhere around the Mediterranean Sea it was created. So the oldest tomato sauce recipe that they have found is in southern Italy, Naples, and it was 1692. So that's why I said 1692. Before that, they were using the infused olive oil because they got a lot of olive trees around there. And so that's the basis for all these tomato sauces that you get today. You're not going to see me picking up the pan and flipping all the meat and stuff. I know how to do it. I practiced with wash mitt in there. But one of my buddies has been, he's a pretty famous chef. He just retired. And I was up doing some work for him and I asked him about it. And he showed me his arm and it was all burned. He did it at home and just burned himself with oil, and you know, he just lost his train of thought. So I don't want to burn my arms or my hands. Needed to add a little color there. Got the bell peppers in and I hear them ringing. Okay, here's my basic sauce. I'd love to have some stewed tomatoes, maybe just 2 cans, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to do some diced tomatoes. Tomato sauce. I got such a good deal. I've got all kinds in there, you know. It was 10 cans, $1 a piece. It's pretty good. Zucchini cost about $1, so that's $3 into this. Bell peppers, I've had those for a few days. So this is budget-friendly meal. Added my zucchini and squash, and I'm going to cook it in there for like 3 or 4 minutes. Then I'll put in my sauce, my tomatoes. Let's start with some tomato sauce, or tomato paste. I'm using tomato sauce. All right, look at that. That's looking real good. I want to get that mixed in real good. Then I'll have my diced and stewed tomatoes. I'm just going to do this, and I'll put it in the crock pot. Time to add my stewy tomatoes. Alright. Nice stew. Look at those big suckers. I mean, I usually just put a couple cans in. We'll see. Look at those bad boys. I know a lot of you people have bought jarred tomato sauce, but have you ever seen it look like that? Look at that. So now I'm going to do some diced. Usually get my tomatoes from a guy across the street, but it's March. He's got some in the house germinating under some lights, so can't wait for his fresh tomatoes. I splurged a little and I put in 4 tablespoons of Mediterranean sea salt and 4 tablespoons of pepper to get this baby rolling. There's a lot of acid in there, and I haven't even added the mushrooms. So like Mary Poppins says, a teaspoon of sugar. There we go. That looks bueno. Alright. I'm going to put the lid on and go have a cup of coffee. Bella, bella. You can add some noodles in there, not spaghetti. Spaghetti will get really mushy, but you could add some macaroni or penne pasta or rigatoni. And the thing that's great about those noodles is they'll absorb the tomato paste in them. And probably about 5 to 6 hours they'll be ready. But I'm going to wait, come home and cook that up tonight. Put the leftovers in here. And the thing I love about the crock pot is now I can watch the skillet, put the lid on it, and then take the liner out, let it cool down, and put it in the fridge. And I'm ready for mañana, tomorrow. If you have some kids not coming over, and you have a bunch of wine drinkers, this is what you want to add later, about 20 minutes before you serve it. And Marsala wine will add a little taste of elegance and sophistication, but I'll probably just have it stocked tonight. Damn, I better add some mushrooms in there too. I mean, they're good. So forget about the wine. This dish is really good. You know, if you have children and you want them to start experiencing vegetables. When I was a kid, you know, they give me some mushrooms. It's like, hell, I don't like that. Or zucchini, because it wasn't cooked. I never experienced it before. But you put this in the tomato sauce with the onions and let it stew. It tastes really good. And you can slowly get them to eat vegetables. And, you know, you don't have to have the meat in here, too. So I'm getting a few texts from these companies telling me that I need to be more firm about, you know, how to do things. I believe that experimentation is the success to life and definitely culinary. And that is how we have evolved as a species. And so I leave some gray areas and nothing's exact. Even repairing a car, there's lots of different angles and ways to do it. It's just what works out good for you and how you are. We're not all the same. We don't all think the same. So I gotta say that. And my video's running a little long here, so I'm gonna make my little comedy sketch about spaghetti a little later. I'll probably make it into a short or maybe a long. But I was walking the dog and I came up with some funny things about spaghetti. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit like. Thank you.